So this Islamic excellence model is based on 5 key principles or key concepts. One, we have to have noble means. How do we do that? We have to translate Islamic values into actions. Now, do Islamic banks do that? Not necessarily. Some might do, some might not. What Islamic banks do, they abide by the laws of Sharia, or they have what you call Islamic instruments, Islamic valid instruments. But are their plans, their systems, their structures based on Islamic values? Not necessarily. Now, we need to have not only noble means, but we need to have noble ends. What do we mean by that? Well, basically, we need to have sustaining outstanding benefits for all stakeholders. Now, do Islamic banks have that in mind? Well, some might not. Sometimes we're dependent on the person we're dealing with. We don't have a formal policy that treats stakeholders equally or that gives equal importance to stakeholders. The fact that we know Islamic bankers answers to their boards who represent their shareholders who want to maximize their values, i.e. their money. So what we want to have is noble means and noble ends. Then we want to have Islamic governance. So why do we have Islamic governance? Well, isn't it enough to translate Islamic values into actions, into systems, structures, processes, policies? Isn't it enough to have sustaining outstanding benefits? Well, it's not necessarily enough. We need to have governance. Governance will give us the insurance that we are within the Islamic boundaries. We can talk about corporate governance without mentioning Islamic governance, except that if we talk about an Islamic excellence model, to have credibility, it has to have Islamic governance. So what's Islamic governance? It's basically corporate governance plus Sharia compliance. And if you noticed, I put these in green because these are what separates or distinguish this model from other excellence models. So this model is distinguished by its noble means, not just any means. Means in the European excellence model are called enablers. They're called process in the American Baldrige model. And here we do that through Islamic values. We also talk about all stakeholders to distinguish this model from other models, and we also talk about Islamic governance, which also covers Sharia compliance. Then we have creativity and innovation, and these are common for all excellence models. And we cannot have an excellence model without creativity, without learning, without innovation. And we also need to have quality assurance in order to ensure that we get the same quality no matter who gives us the service or who makes the products.